receivers.
No, like you have Darius Slayton, Wandale Robinson, and then for me with the Giants, it's like you still paid Daniel Jones after 1 year out of 5 him being good.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like,
being competent, really,
yeah, being
because he was
competent.
terrible before.
Yeah, Russ still had more passing touchdowns than him
Yeah.
last year.
So they had the Darren Waller move. We'll dive deeper into the draft trade that went down amongst the Bears and Panthers, if you want to dive into it now. And then some of the other offensive moves that happened throughout the NFL.
Yeah, so we had the running backs. Let's go over there. We had some running back moves. Ezekiel Elliott is officially getting cut. Let's talk about the Cowboys, what they're doing in free agency for a little bit, because for me, I feel like Ezekiel Elliott meant a lot more to the Cowboys than people think. For me, Ezekiel Elliott made Dak Prescott, and he put Dak Prescott in the position he was able to be put in today. Dak Prescott's record is awful without Zeke, and then
Mm.
his first few years in the NFL, he needed a 100-yard rusher, or he was sub 500 in his first few years with the Cowboys before they figured it out. But he had the best offensive line. He was extremely dominant, and then he willed them. He was the reason why their offense was so dynamic. And then once he went there, picked up Amari Cooper, and you had CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz, all those guys with Dak Prescott. It's like Ezekiel Elliott was the reason why Dak was able to thrive. And then when Dak didn't have the play actions, like I feel like Cowboys fans need to be a lot more thankful for Zeke than they have been. Like, sure, did he fall off fast? But like that's kind of the MO of some running backs. It's like not every guy is meant to be Derrick Henry. Not every guy is meant to play into their 30s, especially at the running back position. But for me, the story of Zeke with Dallas is kind of seemed like he fell off as soon as he got his money, and then he got complacent. And it's like he never really pushed any higher than he could have been. He didn't improve as much as he could have, I feel like, as a pass catching back. But overall, I do think he's going to go down as one of the better rushers for the Cowboys. And then he was someone that Dak Prescott could rely on early on in his career, and he was a great tool for them for developing a young quarterback.
Yeah, I really liked. I said this on Twitter, and everyone freaked out at me, and they just said that you should go down as an all-time great Cowboy running back. I said that, and everyone freaked out because I don't know. Apparently, I slandered Emmett Smith when I said that, even though never intended to say that he was better than Emmett Smith. I digress, though. No, when I think about the Cowboys' identity the last pretty much decade, I mean 7 years or so, it's been Zeke Elliott running the football. It's been a great offensive line, and it's been usually on defense a lot of talent. You know,
Right.
you got the Trayvon Diggs, obviously, the Micah Parsons, Leighton Vander Esch, a bunch of guys on defense, and then a quarterback that is hot and cold, either really really
Yeah.
good or really really poor, and that goes to Tony Romo too. I can point it to both of them. But for one thing that's been consistent for the Cowboys the last decade has been good running backs. And for Zeke, he's been a staple for him. And yes, he's regressed, but at the same time, it's like I think he deserves another opportunity in the NFL to be as like I would say not to the same skill level, but to a Jamal Williams level with the Lions, where
Yeah.
he's a second string back, kind of like what he was with Tony Pollard this year.
Yeah.
You know, taking over another role. I see a Bills or a Bengals potentially being interested in him, and he should absolutely get another opportunity and should go down as an all-time great Cowboy.